This is where even the startup entrepreneurs can participate to find solutions to social, cultural, and environmental issues, especially during this time when the entire humanity across the globe is affected by the pandemic COVID-19. Through social entrepreneurship, we can develop, fund, and implement solutions for continuous sustenance of humanity. Well, you will hear more of it from the resource person himself. Before we plunge into the live webinar, I take this opportunity to welcome the resource person, Senior Professor Dr. N. Namasivayam, a retired senior professor and head of the Department of Commerce from Madurai Kamaraj University, Madurai. On behalf of the management, the principal, the dean, the staff and the students, and on behalf of the participants, and especially on behalf of the convener of this webinar, Professor Dr. G. Dinesh, we extend a warm welcome to our resource person, Senior Professor Dr. N. Namasivayam. Welcome, sir. Next, I would like to welcome our chairman, line Dr. M. Stalin Arokaraj, and our CEO, ma'am, Professor Dr. Bridget Nirmala, the chief patents to this webinar on social entrepreneurship, a paradigm shift. On behalf of everyone, we welcome both of you, dear sir and ma'am. You are most welcome. Next, I would like to welcome our beloved principal, Professor Dr. S. Karpagam, our dean, Professor Dr. V.G. Kopinath, and the convener of this webinar, Professor Dr. G. Dinesh, and all the other staff and students of our college. Finally, let me welcome all the participants from the various other engineering colleges and arts and science colleges across the state. You're all most welcome to this webinar on social entrepreneurship, a paradigm shift. Once again, we welcome you all. Thank you. Now, before I hand over the session to the resource person, let us listen to a very brief intro about him, please. Our resource person, Professor Dr. N. Namasivayam, is a retired senior professor and head of the Department of Commerce from Madurai Kamaraj University, Madurai. He has got more than 3 decades of teaching experience, and he has produced 42 PhD research scholars in the Department of Commerce and Management. He has also produced 114 MPhil scholars from the same disciplines. He has published around 125 research articles in the journals of repute. He has also attended international conferences in Hong Kong, Seoul, London, Germany, Singapore, Malaysia, Dubai, and Sri Lanka, and also presented papers there. He has also been a keynote speaker in a number of conferences and symposiums. The following are some of the awards that he has received. He has been honored with the Best Citizen of India Award, Lifetime Achievement Award, Outstanding Intellectual of the 21st Century Award, Best Teacher Award, Vijay Ratan Award, and Rashtriya Gaurav Award. We are very happy to welcome you, sir. Now, I request the resource person, Senior Professor Dr. N. Namasivayam, to take over the session, please.
Good morning to everyone. I am very happy. Sir?
Yeah. Tell me. Let's take over.
Good morning to everyone. It gives me immense pleasure to see you all through this webinar event. At the outset, I express my sincere thanks to the management for having given me the opportunity to speak on social entrepreneurship, a paradigm shift. In this juncture, I would like to recollect the ideas, statements of prominent personality and leaders of our country. Mahatma Gandhi, the father of our nation, aptly remarked that do good things for your society. By doing a good for your society, you are doing good for yourself. So the ultimate concept of this statement is serving for the society. The same ideology and the statement was also acknowledged by Dr. Abdul Kalam. In the Investor Summit in 2012, Dr. Abdul Kalam categorically stated that don't try to become a businessman of success, but try to become a businessman of value. They are called social value. So a businessman should try to become a businessman of social value. So Dr. Abdul Kalam also emphasized the concept service for the society, serving for the society. And when you come to the latest trend, namely COVID-19 pandemic, during this period, economists and the government also insisted, they focused on self-reliance in India. So self-reliance is the need of the hour. To become self-reliant, economists stated that we need to grow by lifting others. We need to develop by serving others. This also emphasizes the social value. So to understand the concept of social value, first we have to understand, namely entrepreneur. In common parlance, we say businessman. But in technical term, we use the word entrepreneur. So entrepreneur in 21st century plays a pivotal role in the development of the economy. It is aptly stated that India does not get better just by expectation. India gets better by transformation. So what is the need of the word? Transformation. A paradigm shift that is absolutely required for the development of our nation. For which entrepreneur, he comes into the picture. Who is an entrepreneur? In an ordinary words, simple to understand and remember. Entrepreneur means a person who creates a business. Very, very simple meaning for the word entrepreneur. A person who creates a business. But when you see the technical meaning, it is somewhat different. Entrepreneur means a person who organizes, operates a business by undertaking risk. So you can understand three salient features: organizing, operating, and undertaking risk. He is called entrepreneur. This entrepreneur is the beginning of the business. Why is called the beginning of the business? He alone creates the business. He alone starts the business. So entrepreneur is an initiator, is a creator, an innovator, self-starter, and also risk taker. So he is solely responsible. Entrepreneur is solely responsible for the creation of any venture or project or activity or organization. So this entrepreneur may be either business entrepreneur or social entrepreneur. So two types of entrepreneur. When you think about a business entrepreneur, he is a person who creates commercial enterprise. So the main function of the business entrepreneur is creating commercial organization, commercial enterprise, commercial business. But when you think about the social entrepreneur, he creates social enterprise. So the main difference, business entrepreneur is creating commercial enterprise. On the other hand, social entrepreneur is creating social enterprise. What is the main aim of the commercial enterprise? As we all know, commercial enterprise always aims at maximizing profit. So for profit, to make a profit, to have financial return. So profit motive is referred according to commercial enterprise. When you come to social enterprise, it is not for profit. So for what purpose social enterprise is created? Social enterprise is created exclusively for the purpose of objecting, achieving social aims, social objective, and to bring about a social change. So social enterprise is doing business for a social cause. That's very important. So it is not for profit. Third difference, when you come to commercial enterprise is working in order to protect the interest of the stakeholders. Who are the stakeholders in a commercial enterprise? You all know. Owners, employees, customers, suppliers, and also the government. So the commercial enterprise aims at maximizing profit for the benefit of the stakeholders. But when you think about the social enterprise, as I said, social enterprise always aims at achieving social objective, social reforms, social cause, social aim. What does it mean? Improving social welfare, enhancing social well-being. That is the ultimate concept of social enterprise. Under that circumstances, social enterprise wants to expand community development, wants to solve social problems. That is the ultimate aim of social enterprise. So simply speaking, commercial enterprise, it is a business for economic value. What do you mean by economic value? Maximizing profits in order to protect the interest of the stakeholders. But when you see social enterprise, it is also a business. It is also an organization, but it is for social value. So social value is the end and the aim of the social enterprise. So what we need in the modern days, what we need in 21st century, what the government of India requires. So for the government of India's desire of having self-reliance, self-reliant India, we need transformation. We need paradigm shift. What do you mean by paradigm shift? Shifting from economic value to social value. So in the modern days, the economy is taking into account only the social value. Citizens of India should come forward for rendering service for the society, for the upliftment of the socio-economic conditions of the downtrodden people, weaker sections of the community, and disadvantaged people. That is why we need social value. So this is the main idea of social enterprise. Now the question arises, how to bring about social value in the economy? As I said, business entrepreneur, social entrepreneur. The future of India is always based on social entrepreneur for achieving social value. Now, what is a social enterprise? Social enterprise is created by social entrepreneur. It is a business. It may be a company or charitable institution or organization or foundation. So that social enterprise need not be organization alone. It may be a company, charitable institution, or a trust or organization. The main aim of a social enterprise is to solve social problems and to strengthen and to enforce social change. So aiming on the one side and that is called enthroning or stressing on the other side. So the aiming to solve social problems and effecting social change. Aiming and effecting. These are the two important activities of social enterprise. So simply speaking, social enterprise is a business or a company or charitable institution or a trust exclusively for achieving social mission, social aim, social objective, and to enhance social welfare of the community and also enhancing social well-being of the community. That is called social enterprise. And this social enterprise is owned by social entrepreneur. So social entrepreneur is one technical term. Social enterprise is another technical term. Social entrepreneurship is a third technical term. Social entrepreneur simply means a person who creates social enterprise for achieving social objective. Social enterprise means a company or organization or a charitable institution or a trust meant for a social cause or meant for solving social problems or for enforcing social change or effecting social change. This is called social enterprise. When you come to social entrepreneurship, it is an approach by the individuals or groups or company. That way, they raise funds, invest funds, and try to implement the solutions for solving three types of problems: social problems, cultural problems, environmental problems. So these are three problems can be solved through an approach by a group of individuals or by a company. That approach is called social entrepreneurship. So in the 21st century, what India needs, what is the future of India? It is for social entrepreneurship. When I speak about the social entrepreneurship, it always refers to transformation of economic value to social value. That is called a paradigm shift. So the need of the hour for India is social value, solving social problems, contributing sustainable change in the society, for which we have to strengthen social entrepreneurship by creating social enterprises. Now, how social enterprises play a pivotal role in solving the problems? Social enterprises in India are created by social entrepreneurs in order to solve problems relating to three components. So the entire economy is composed of three components. One is economy, the second one is society, and the third one is ecology. Ecology or planet. So three components in the economy as a whole, in the nation as a whole, as a country as a whole, namely economy, society, and ecology or planet. So these three components are affected by so many problems. For these problems, social enterprise comes forward to give concrete solutions for solving the problems. Now, let me take the first component. What's the first component? Economy. What's the second component? Society. What's the third component? Ecology or planet. Now, let me take the first component, namely economy. Now the question is, how economy is affected? Economy is affected by social problems. Second component, society. How society is affected? Society is affected by cultural problems or socio-cultural problems. And the third component, what's the third component? Ecology or planet. How this component is affected? It is affected by environmental problems. So simply speaking, there are three types of problems. What are they? Social problems affecting the economy, first component. Cultural problems affecting the society, second component. Environmental problems affecting the ecology or planet. Now, let me take the first component, namely economy, and how this economy is affected by social problems. In our economy, as you all know, there are so many social problems. Major problems so far as India is concerned. Hunger and poverty. This is a major social problem. Hunger and poverty. You see, in India, 20 crore people go to bed without night meal, without night food. So 20 crore people sleep hungry at every night. They have no food. 20 crore. At the same time, 40% of food goes to waste. You see the paradox? 20 crore people sleep hungry at every night. they have no food. At the same time, 40% of food goes to waste. What does it mean? It means that this 40% of food can be used to feed 1/3 of the poor. Now the question arises, who will undertake this responsibility? Who will distribute this wastage food to the needy, poor and needy? Not alone the government. In addition to government, somebody should come forward. Some organization should come forward to solve the issue. That organization is known as social enterprise. So through social enterprise, we can solve the problem of hunger and poverty. When we speak about poverty, you see, 20 lakh children are born each year and they die before the attainment of 5 years of age. 20 lakh children die each year before the attainment of age 5. What is the reason? Malnutrition, hunger. So because of hunger and malnutrition, 20 lakh children die before attaining 5 years of age every year. It is a worrisome problem. It is saddening to note. And also, 1 crore children in India die from lack of health care. So there is no proper health care for the children. So 20 crore people sleep hungry at every night. 20 lakh children die before the age of 5 due to hunger, malnutrition, and lack of health care. When you see the poverty line in India, 29 crore people live below the poverty line, BLP, below poverty line, BPL, that is called BPL, below the poverty line. 20 crore people in India. It works out to 29% of the total population in India live below the poverty line. So hunger and poverty is a major issue that should be properly solved. We need innovative solutions for solving this issue. Second important problem, unemployment. In India, the national unemployment level as on 1st January 2020 was 14.3%. As on 1st January 2020, 14.3%. Due to COVID-19 pandemic, the unemployment rate increased to 23.4% as on 1st May 2020. You see rapid increase in the rate of unemployment. So on the one side, poverty and hunger. On the other, unemployment rate goes on increasing from 14.3% to 24.2%. So that problem should also be solved. And then there is a problem, illiteracy. Literacy is very important for efficient entrepreneurship. If you want to become an efficient entrepreneur, you need to be literate. Literate means those who know read and write. That's the literate. If you are literate, then only you can be an efficient entrepreneur. But what about India? In India, 26% of people are still illiterate. They don't know how to read and write. So illiterate people cannot be a good entrepreneur. So that illiteracy problem should be solved. So first major problem, hunger and poverty. The second problem, unemployment. The third problem, illiteracy. Besides, other problems are gender discrimination, child abuse, drug abuse. So these are the additional problems. They all come under, these problems will come under social problem. Now the question, how to solve these social problems? What steps can be taken to solve these problems? What approaches are required to solve these problems? For that, we need 3 approaches. We have to implement 3 steps for solving social problems. What are the 3 steps? The first step, eradicating. What is eradicating? Eradicating unemployment and illiteracy. So these 2 problems can be eradicated through innovative solution. So the first step is eradicating unemployment and illiteracy. Second one, eliminating. We have to eliminate malnutrition, gender discrimination, child abuse, drug abuse. These things can be eliminated. And the third approach, alleviating hunger and poverty. So what are these steps I have said now? Eradicating, eliminating, alleviating. Eradicating unemployment and illiteracy, eliminating child abuse, malnutrition, gender discrimination, and alleviating hunger and poverty. So these are the 3 steps to solve social problems. Next one, namely society. How society is affected by cultural problems, socio-cultural problems. What are the examples for cultural problems? Caste system in India, casteism, communalism, racism. So these are the major issues in the society. So that should be solved. In addition to that, organization culture, employer-employee relationship, it's also a culture. So socio-cultural problems also to be solved only through social enterprises. For which, what are the approaches we need? Casteism, communalism, racism, color, creed, community. We have to solve these issues. How to solve? We have to implement 3 approaches. We have to implement 3 steps. First one, democratic polity, P-O-L-I-T-Y, democratic polity, structure, government structure should be very strong to solve cultural problems. That is called a democratic polity. Second step, communal committee, C-O-M-I-T-Y, communal committee. Second step. Third step, social amity. So what are 3 steps? Polity, committee, amity. Why these 3 steps are required? In order to bring peace, P-E-A-C-E, peace, harmony, tranquility. So we have to bring communal harmony, social peace, organizations peace, harmony, tranquility. For these purposes, we have to implement polity, committee, amity. So these 3 steps relating to society to solve socio-cultural problems. And then we come to the third one, ecology or planet. How ecology or planet is affected? By environmental issues. What are the examples for environmental issues? Global warming. Everyone knows global warming. Common problem, environmental problem. Climate change, sudden change in the climate. Global warming, climate change, is a very common environmental problem, everyone knows. In addition, We know noise pollution, air pollution, water pollution. So these are some of the examples for environmental problems. But there are some peculiar environmental problems. What, any idea? Peculiar environmental problem? Deforestation. It's a peculiar problem. Destroying the forest. Green cover is destroyed. Cutting of trees. It is called deforestation. It is a major environmental problem. That should be solved. One more example I can say. Littering. What is littering? Garbage, throwing garbage. Mounting garbage in the forest area, in the reserve forest area, in the environment. So lack of waste management. So mounting garbage due to littering and lack of waste management, deforestation. These are the peculiar environmental problems in addition to climate change, global warming, noise pollution, water pollution, air pollution, and so on. Now the question is, how to solve this environmental problem? What steps can be taken? What are the approaches required for implementing a concrete solution for solving this issue? Here also, we need 3 steps, 3 approaches. The first one is protecting. What do you mean by protecting? Protecting the environment. So we have to protect the environment first. The government should come forward. In addition to that, social enterprises should play a pivotal role in implementing some techniques for protecting the environment. So protecting the environment is the first and foremost step involved to solve environmental problem. The second step or approach, preserving the atmosphere, preserving the biodiversity, preserving the ecological system. So protecting the environment, preserving the biodiversity, and conserving the resources. Environmental resources should be conserved. So 3 approaches, 3 steps. What are they? Protecting, preserving, conserving. So by adopting these 3 steps and approaches, we can solve environmental issues, environmental problems. So totally, I have mentioned 9 approaches. You see, 3 approaches for social. What are 3 approaches for social problem? Eradicating, eliminating, alleviating. So 3 approaches or 3 steps for solving social problem. What about society? I said 3 steps. What are they? Polity, committee, amity. For what purpose? To bring peace, harmony, tranquility. So 3 steps. When you come to the last one, environment, what are the steps I told? I said protecting, preserving, conserving. So totally 9 steps or 9 approaches. 3 for the economy, 3 for society, and 3 for environment. So 3 plus 3 plus 3. What's the total? You tell me the total. What's the total? Your total is 9. That is correct. So each component 3 steps. So total 3 components, 3 into 3, 9. So 3 plus 3 plus 3, total 9. That is correct. But I am very weak in mathematics. So my answer is not 9. Why? What is my answer? I find the total. 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 plus 3, my answer is 0. My answer is 0. What are you thinking? What do you think? Why I am saying that my answer is 0? But your answer is correct. 9. That is mathematical. Mathematically, answer 9 is correct. Total 9 is correct. But I am not a mathematician. I am very poor in mathematics. So my answer is 0. How? You just imagine. Can you tell why my answer is 0? But I can justify. I can justify that my answer is correct. Not mathematically, but commercially. It's correct. How? We'll just think of it. Why we have social enterprise? Why we need social enterprise? To solve social problem, cultural problem, environmental problem. To solve these three problems, how many steps we have taken? 9 steps. So who is going to implement the solution? Social enterprise. That social enterprise is called organization. You see my total 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 3, 0. 0 means O. O means organization. Organization means social organization or social enterprise. So these 9 steps are taken by social organization. That is called 0. So here 0, I mean O, then 0. O stands for organization. Organization here will mean social organization or social enterprise. So this social enterprise alone gives concrete solution to solve problems relating to society, economy, society and environment. So organization, namely 0 or O, it is the answer and it is correct. Now, next item. Regarding social enterprise, it is an organization, but this organization has 4 pillars. Every social enterprise has 4 foundational pillars. What are the pillars required for social enterprise? The first pillar, namely social objective. Social enterprise means to achieve social objective, to give solution for social cause, to solve social problems, social issue. So social objective or social mission. So social mission or social aim or social objective is the first and foremost pillar of social enterprise. I can give 2 examples, concrete example I can cite. You may also know one example. Arvind Eye Hospital. Everybody knows Arvind Eye Hospital. What is the mission of Arvind Eye Hospital? It was set up in the year 1976. What's the mission? Any idea? What is the mission of Arvind Eye Hospital? It is a pride of Tamilnadu. It's a pride of Madurai, Tamilnadu. What's the social mission? To eliminate blindness or to eliminate the cataract-related blindness. So eliminating blindness is a social mission. It's a social objective for which Arvind Eye Hospital is set up. It is a social enterprise. It has a social mission. Eliminating blindness, social mission. In the Arvind Eye Hospital, as of now, 5.5 crore outpatients have been treated so far. 5.5 crore outpatients have been treated. Regarding surgery, 80 lakh surgeries have been performed so far. Why I say it is the best example for social enterprise. What's the aim of social enterprise? To improve the well-being of the society, to enhance social welfare. How Arvind Eye Hospital plays this role? As I said, 80 lakh surgeries have been performed so far, of which 70% of surgeries have been performed free of cost. No cost, at free of cost. So 70% comes to 56 lakh surgeries have been performed free of cost. So it is a social service. It is a service to the community, to the society. So 70% of surgeries are at the free of cost. 25% of surgeries, namely 20 lakh surgeries have been performed at a subsidized rate. So 70% free surgery, 25% subsidized rate. The remaining 5% only normal nominal rate. You see, normal nominal. What is nominal? Reasonable rate. When compared to other private hospitals, the fee structure is very, very low. That's called nominal or reasonable rate. So this is a ratio. 70 is to 25 is to 5. 70% free, 28% subsidized, and 5% nominal normal rate. So this is the service rendered by Aravind Eye Hospital. It's the best example for social enterprise having social mission, social objective, social aim in order to improve the social well-being of the community. Another example I can say at the international level. This is for the national level, Aravind Eye Hospital. At the international level, I can give an example. Everybody knows Bill Gates. Who is Bill Gates? Former CEO of Microsoft. Everyone knows. This fact is a known fact. Former CEO of Microsoft, Bill Gates. Any other information about Bill Gates? Yes, he is one of the richest persons in the world. That fact is also known fact. Another fact, any idea, another fact? He is a philanthropist. So it is also a known fact. So Bill Gates is a former CEO of Microsoft. Bill Gates is one of the richest persons in the world. Bill Gates is a philanthropist. These three facts are known facts. But there is one unknown fact. Any idea about the unknown fact of Bill Gates? Any idea? Any idea? You just imagine. Unknown fact about Bill Gates. Bill Gates is a social entrepreneur. How he is a social entrepreneur? He has set up Gates Foundation in the year 2000. In the year 2000, he created or he set up the Gates Foundation, that is called BMGF. What is BMGF? Bill and Melinda. Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. So simply speaking, the Gates Foundation. It was set up by Bill Gates and it is social enterprise. It is the oldest and the biggest social enterprise in the world. So at the global level, the biggest social enterprise is the Gates Foundation set up by Bill Gates in the year 2000. So in the year 2000, it was functional, operational. So the Gates Foundation is offering healthcare service to the rural people, educational service facilities to the rural people, and also solving problems of the farmers. So three-pronged approach: healthcare, education, and uplifting the standard of living of the farmers. So these are the various activities undertaken by the Gates Foundation. So Bill Gates is a social entrepreneur and the Gates Foundation is the best example for social enterprise at the global level, at the international level. And it is the oldest and biggest social enterprise in the world. So the first pillar, social mission. Every social enterprise should have social objective, and that objective should be achieved, and that objective should be fulfilled by the enterprise. Second pillar, innovative solution. Social enterprise should come forward to solve the problems through innovative ideas. So they can set up a company, they can set up a charitable institution, they can set up a foundation, and they can take steps to solve the problems. Social problem, cultural problem, environmental problem, any problem they can solve. innovative solution. That is required. And that is the second pillar of social enterprise. So the first pillar, namely social mission or social objective. The second one, innovative solutions to solve the problem. The third one, business model. So that's the third important pillar of the social enterprise. What do you mean by business model? Ordinarily speaking, we think about the marketing strategy for maximizing profits. But social enterprise is not for maximizing profits. Social enterprise is for maximizing benefits to the community, to the society, to the well-being of the society, to the welfare of the community. That is called maximizing the benefits. So under that circumstances, it needs a strong business model. What do you mean by strong business model? Self-reliant model. Just like economists say, India should be self-reliant. Likewise, social enterprise should be self-reliant. Social enterprise should not depend on donation. Social enterprise should always aim at raising funds through commercial tactics. What do you mean by commercial tactics? Producing and selling products and providing service. So on the one side, manufacturing product. On the other side, rendering service. Through these two activities, social enterprises can raise funds. So social enterprise should not look for donation. So self-sufficient, self-reliant, that is the utmost pillar of social enterprise. And the last pillar, impact. What do you mean by impact? There are two types of impact. Financial impact. Financial impact is measured regarding commercial enterprise. The financial impact is measured by financial value. But in social enterprise, it is called social impact. So financial impact for commercial enterprises, social impact for social enterprises. Regarding financial impact, it is called single bottom line. What is called a single bottom line? Maximizing profits in order to protect the interest of the stakeholders. That is commercial enterprise. As I said earlier, stakeholders, owners, employees, customers, suppliers, lenders, and the government. So to protect the stakeholders, commercial enterprises maximizing profit, that is called financial impact. That is not required for social enterprise. For social enterprise, we need social impact. This social impact is triple bottom line. So financial impact is single bottom. Single bottom means maximizing profit, that's all. But when you think about social enterprise, triple bottom line. What are the triple bottom line? We might have studied pie diagram. Pie diagram, a circle, draw a circle, that is pie diagram. This circle is divided. In social enterprise, it is divided into three parts. Part 1, part 2, part 3. 3 P's. First part, the profit. Second part, the people. Third part, the planet. So the circle or pie diagram is consisting of 3 parts. So one part is for the profits to stakeholders, the second one for the people, and the third one for the planet, called triple bottom line. So that is the most important pillar called impact, namely social impact. So there are 4 foundational pillars of social enterprise, namely social mission, innovative solution to solve the problem, strong business model, and social impact. Now, the last portion. In India, there are top 8 social entrepreneurs. Top 8. When you see the top 8 social entrepreneurs, they are called knights in the shining armor. Title. You see the title? Knights in the KNIGHTS, knights in the shining armor. It is a banner. It is an umbrella. In this banner, there are top 8 social entrepreneurs in India. Every citizen must know. I am a citizen of India. I must know who are the top social entrepreneurs working for the welfare of the community, working for the well-being of the society, working for the improvement of the economy, society. So they are called knights in the shining armor. First entrepreneur, topmost entrepreneur, number 1 social entrepreneur, Urvashi Sani, number 1 social woman entrepreneur. You see, women play pivotal role in social entrepreneurship. The number 1 social entrepreneur is a woman, Urvashi Sani. She is a founder and the CEO of SHEF, SHEF, abbreviation, expansion, SHEF, Study Hall Education Foundation. Yes, the study, Study Hall, Education Foundation. So, Study Hall Education Foundation. So, Urvashi Sani is a founder and CEO of Study Hall Education Foundation. This organization is offering education facilities to the most disadvantaged girls of rural India. Education facilities to the most disadvantaged girls. What do you mean by disadvantaged girls? Girls belonging to weaker sections of the community. Girls belonging to economically backward section, marginalized section, downtrodden. So to provide education to disadvantaged girls, Urvashi Sani created SHEF, Study Hall Education Foundation. Through this foundation, she was able to provide life to 4 lakh girls. So 4 lakh girls have been benefited so far. So this is the best example for social enterprise, namely SHEF, and Urvashi Sani is the number 1 social entrepreneur, and he is the topmost social entrepreneur in India, and she was honored Social Entrepreneur Award for the year 2010 for her selfless act of dedication and passion. So for her selfless act of dedication and passion, Urvashi Sani was honored Social Entrepreneur Award for the year 2017. Number 1 entrepreneur. Number 2, Harish Pandey. Harish Pandey is a pioneering social entrepreneur in India. He is a founder and the CEO of Selco Solar Light Private Limited. It is a company. It is a social enterprise. This company is rendering energy resources to the rural India. So, Selco company is rendering energy resources, supplying energy resources to the rural regions of India. He started a project. The name of the project was Rural Energy Financing Program. So this is a very important project which was started by Harris Pandey. Through this project, he has provided energy resources to the rural regions of India. Third social entrepreneur, Zero Bill Moria. Zero Bill Moria is a renowned social entrepreneur. She is a woman entrepreneur. Urvashi Sani is a woman entrepreneur. Zero Bill Moria is also a woman entrepreneur. She initiated Childline Foundation India. This Childline is a social enterprise. For what purpose Childline Foundation was created? With the sole object of helping the street children. Children are abandoned on the street. They are loitering on the streets. They are orphans. So to care, to provide health care, and to provide police assistance to street children, abandoned children on the road, Bill Moria created Childline Foundation India. For this service, she was honored Skoll Award, very prestigious award. She was felicitated with Skoll Award for protecting the life of street children. And also, she is a head of so many social enterprises for the purpose of uplifting the economic conditions of the farmers. Fourth social entrepreneur, Anshu Gupta. Anshu Gupta, she was born in a middle class family in Uttar Pradesh. She noticed and witnessed that so many poor people do not have clothes. They do not have clothes for wearing. So rural poor people need clothes. For that purpose, she started a social enterprise called Booms. It is a company form. It is a best example for social enterprise. The purpose of this enterprise is to provide clothes to the rural poor of India. What they are doing, what this company is doing, this company is collecting used clothes from the urban people and sorting out, fix and distribute among poor and needy. So poor people in the rural area, they are given clothes by this organization. So this organization is rendering an important service called physiological service. What do you mean by physiological service? Physiological, food, shelter, clothes. So Booms is a social enterprise providing physiological service, providing clothes to poor rural people in India. In addition to that, Anush Gupta is also an important social entrepreneur for rendering rescue operation during natural calamities, flood, earthquake, cyclone. During that period, Anshu Gupta, with the help of social enterprise, came forward to do rescue operation. So his service was appreciated and acknowledged by the government of India. So he rendered rescue service in Tamilnadu, Kerala, Karnataka and Gujarat. So he is an pioneering entrepreneur in India. The next entrepreneur, Santosh Parulekar. Santosh Parulekar, he is a job creator. He is giving employment opportunities. For that purpose, he has started Pipal Tree, PAL, Pipal Tree. It is a social enterprise. This social enterprise is providing or imparting training to unemployed youths. So by giving training, most of the unemployed youths are given reputable jobs. in the reputed companies. So the most important problem, namely unemployment problem, that is being solved by Santosh Prodekar by establishing Piper Tea, an important social enterprise. So he is a job creator and he is providing employment opportunities by imparting training to the unemployed youth. Next is social entrepreneur, Smita Bose. She is also an important entrepreneur in India. She is the founder and the CEO of Asoka Changemakers. And she is concentrating on harnessing talent. Talent among artisans, talent among artifacts, namely craftsmanship. So artisans and craftsmen. So in order to harness talent, skill among the artisans, she started Ren Sutra, a retail chain. In this Ren Sutra, there are 1,800 artisans. So it is playing an important role. Smita Bose. Next one, Ajaita Shah. She is also one of the top 8 social entrepreneurs. And she is the founder and the CEO of Frontier Markets. What's the purpose of Frontier Market? It is rendering or supplying solar energy powered products. So she is doing a tremendous work, a remarkable work in the rural India through electrification. So she is a supplier. The Frontier Market is a supplier of solar energy resources. She has installed 10,000 solar solutions. Through these solutions, even the remotest villages are getting electrification. So providing electricity is a social cause, is a social objective of Frontier Market created by Ajaita Shah. And finally, Trilochan Sastri. Trilochan Sastri. She is a renowned professor of IIM Bangalore. He was pained and saddened to see the political condition of India. So he wanted to have some reforms in the election procedure. So the renowned professor created or formed an association called ADR, Association of Democratic Reforms. Through this association, Trilochan Sastri has given so many suggestions for election reforms. In order to have good governance, in order to have strong government, stable government on the one side, and also Trilochan Sastri, a renowned professor, has suggested on certain novel ideas for uplifting the socio-economic conditions of the farmers. So he is a head of so many NGOs. So his service is also appreciated and acknowledged by the government. So these are the top 8 social entrepreneurs, and they are called the knights in the shining armor. If you see the top 8, 4 men, 4 women, so equal. Men entrepreneur, men social entrepreneur, and the women social entrepreneur equal, 50-50. So regarding quantity wise, regarding numerical wise, equal partner, 4 women entrepreneur and 4 men social entrepreneur. Okay, what about the performance? When you see the performance under the head social entrepreneurship, women entrepreneur excel men entrepreneur. Why I say, you see, you take the first top three. Who are the top three? Who are the top? Urvashi Shani, number one. She is a woman entrepreneur. Second one, Harish Gandhi, male entrepreneur. And the third one, Jiro Bilmoria, woman entrepreneur. So the first three ranks, 2 ranks go to women. So women excel men in rendering service to society. So women social entrepreneurs in India play a pivotal role, crucial role, remarkable role, commendable role, amazing role, awesome role in order to improve the social well-being of the society, in order to enhance social welfare of the society. So India in 21st century, not only in 21st century, in the coming years also, India needs more social entrepreneurs. But when you see the statistical data, as on date, we have only 2 million social enterprises. 2 million means 20 lakhs. So 20 lakhs social enterprises alone are operating in India. It comes to 5% of the total enterprise. So 5% of the total enterprise alone social. The remaining 90% commercial. But India needs more percentage. So we people come forward. We educated youth to come forward. We have to start social enterprise in order to improve the socio-economic conditions of India and in order to make India a number 1 country with regard to finance, economy and society. So men entrepreneurs should come forward. We have to compete with women entrepreneurs. In addition to that, in the year 2019, Sandhi Raghavan, woman entrepreneur, she was honored Social Entrepreneur Award 2019. She is a woman. So 2017, Social Entrepreneur was a woman award. 2019 also Sandhi Raghavan, Social Entrepreneur, woman entrepreneur. So woman entrepreneur, though they are physically weak, they are emotionally, mentally strong in bringing a revolution in the economy. So men also should come forward. We have to improve the percentage. The percentage only 5%, namely 2 lakh. So it should be increased. This 5% should be increased to 10%, 15%. So for which educated youth should come forward to take up social enterprise as a mission, as a venture, through which we can bring India as number 1 country. Thank you, one and all.
So thank you so much, sir. It was a stupendous performance, an exemplary speech. Yes.
Is that question?
Yes. Yeah. Before that, let me request the participants to shoot their questions if you do have any, please. Okay, if you do not have any questions, if any questions? Yeah.
Please check the question answers.
Yeah. Do you have questions, please? Yeah. I'm just waiting. And now, if you do have questions, and just ask sir to read out those questions and then answer them, please. If you're not able to see, what are the questions? Now, I don't find any questions in the chat box.
Yes, sir. Hello. AP sir. Hello, AP sir.
Sir, the first question is, what is social enterprise means?
What is social enterprise? Social as I said, social enterprise is nothing but a business organization, but it has social vision, social objective. Social mission refers to providing education facilities, providing health care, eliminating or eradicating illiteracy, providing energy, and so on. So these are the social mission or social objective. So to solve social problems and to have sustainable change in the society, social enterprise is created, and it is a company or business or organization or charitable institution in any form. It may be in any form, but the aim is to solve social problems and to make social change. That's the main aim, and not for earning profit only. It's for attaining social objects. Simply speaking, social welfare, social well-being, for which a business is started. That business is called social enterprise.
AP sir, next
So
question.
the other, yeah, so next question is, this is from Dr. Yash Usha. The question is, sir, can you explain how social enterprise is different from NGO, and also whether both of their aims are same or different? How will they work for the society?
There is a material difference between social enterprise and the NGO, non-governmental organization. You see, social enterprise may be a company. Company means registered under Indian Companies Act. Or it may be a charitable institution registered under Indian Trust Act. But when you think about non-governmental organization, NGO, it is an association. It has no affiliation. It is not affiliated with government. So it is separate entity. It is not at all related to solving the social cause only. It is acting as an intermediary. It is a middleman between the NGO group and the government to solve social issues. Not directly, but when you see about social enterprise directly involving, directly funding. So it gives funds to government for social programs, but NGO raises funds through donation. So NGO solely depend on raising funds from donations, but social enterprise is depending on its own entity called self-reliance through commercial practice. That is not allowed in NGO. So NGO cannot produce and sell goods. It acts only an intermediary between the groups and the government. And it is not at all affiliated to the government. It is an association of persons.
Sir, if you don't mind, can you answer one more question? This is from Dr. Ashoda. She asked this question. The question is, how can the talent gap be filled in social entrepreneurship for bringing an inclusive growth in India?
The talent refers to skill. That skill, without the skill, there is no entrepreneur. As you all know, every entrepreneur should have certain basic skills or personalities. As I can give some examples. Creativity is a skill. Thinking a different way. implementing innovative solution, creativity is an important skill every entrepreneur should possess. Without this skill, there is no entrepreneur cannot survive. So creativity is an important skill. The second one is called self-confidence. Without self-confidence, we cannot start a business because we have to undertake a risk. In order to undertake risk, we should have confidence. And the most important thing in regarding social enterprise is selfless act of dedication. But that is not required in commercial practice. So the talent gap between commercial enterprise and social enterprise. In commercial enterprise, we don't have, or there's no necessary for selfless act of dedication. But in social enterprise, we are going to work for the society. We are going to work for the community. We are going to implement solutions for the upliftment of the socio-economic conditions of the society. Under that circumstances, the most important requirement is selfless act of dedication and passion. That talent should be equipped for this purpose. The talent gap will not arise and it can be bridged through training. So proper training is required to become social entrepreneur. Anybody can be a commercial if you have funds. But to become a social entrepreneur, we have got certain mindset because we need selfless act. That talent is required, and that talent gap can be fulfilled only proper guidance, training, and innovation.
Thank you so much, sir. We have one more question. This will be the final question. This question is from Dr. M. Rangapriya. The question is this. Sir, is there any suggestions for how we can involve the students to get into social entrepreneurship?
Students in general, they are at the beginning stage. When they can start a business only after obtaining degree or diploma. But during the student age or at the time of a student period, we have the important training. So many trainings are there because you can come across entrepreneurship cell. In almost all education institutions, they have set up entrepreneurship cell. This entrepreneurship cell should be equipped with persons of or resource persons of outsiders. They should come for industrialists, business people. They should be involved in giving proper training during the student age. So we have to cultivate the interest or habit of becoming entrepreneur. So to become an entrepreneur, the students should have a mindset first. So we have to create that mindset. For that purpose, we have to inspire, we have to motivate, we have to speak about the inclusive growth, we have to speak about the proactive approach, how to become an entrepreneur. What are the simple ways we have to teach? If you say becoming an entrepreneur is very difficult, it is a risk taking, it's not at all possible, we need more money. If you say like that, it's a discouraging statement. But the students at this stage, at this age, they need inspiration, motivation, encouragement, so that they have got interest in entrepreneurship. So the first and foremost step involved, create interest in the minds of the students to become an entrepreneur. Then only they can shine, they can come with the confidence, they can come with the courage, they can come with the face to face a struggle, to face the challenges in the society, for which we need self-confidence, courage that can be cultivated only through training and inspiration at the student age. We need proper entrepreneurship self, which should give periodical training and also counseling to become an entrepreneur.
Thank you so much, sir. We have a last question. This will be the last question. This is one Mr. Sundarajan is asking this question. How social entrepreneur contribute to our economy? Please state your view, sir.
Two examples, how they contribute. Aravind Eye Hospital, I said, how they contribute. 80 lakh surgeries have been performed, of which 50 lakh surgeries have been performed free of cost. To service, social service, to society. So a social mission, Aravind Eye Hospital is the best example. And I also mentioned another important example, Goods, a company, Goods company. This is a social enterprise. This Goods company is creating employment opportunities to so many unemployed youths. So they imparted training to the unemployed youths, and thereby they were able to get reputable jobs in the reputed companies. That activity was undertaken by Goods, a social enterprise. It is a company and it is doing service for the society, and it is uplifting the standard of living of the unemployed youth. So unemployment problem is solved considerably through these types of social enterprises. So Goods, best example. Aravind Eye Hospital, another example. I told Childland for education purpose, children, girl children education, as I said, self, that is study for foundation, education foundation. Urvashi Sani, she created founder, she is the CEO. For the purpose, education facilities to disadvantaged girls of rural India. So women empowerment. So women empowerment, employment, education, healthcare, all these services are provided by social enterprises like Aravind Eye Hospital, Goods, Chef, Selco Company, Apple Tea, and so on. So many social enterprises I told. They are also contributing for the welfare of the society and community.
Thank you so much, sir. Well, I hope that we had a very good session. We will wind up this session now by formally proposing a vote of thanks. First of all, we express our heartfelt thanks to the resource person, Senior Professor Dr. NAMASIVAYAM, for his erudite, scholarly, and eloquent speech on this topic, social entrepreneurship, a paradigm shift. I certainly believe that you must have been immersed in his speech, and a paradigm shift is sure to happen. I should be honest and confess that it was a scintillating performance. Professor Dr. NAMASIVAYAM was at his peak, articulating and unleashing the need of social entrepreneurship, which is the need of the hour. Sir, you have been receiving laurels after laurels from the participants while you were delivering your speech. They were saying that it was a stupendous performance, an exemplary speech for inspiration. No one can match it. Excellent session, very informative and interesting. Fabulous presentation. All these were received from the participants. On behalf of the chairman, the CEO, ma'am, the principal, the dean, and especially on behalf of the convener, we extend our profound thanks, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Let me also thank all the participants from every other college across the states for their overwhelming support and participation. Let me thank the panelists and the technical team under the supervision of Professor K. Pechiappan, who have helped the live streaming of this webinar. Finally, let me thank each and every one who have contributed towards the success of this webinar. Thank you, one and all. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Happy, sir?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, yes, Professor.
Thank you.
Okay.